Yeah, hello, is this the insurance company? Hi, it's Aussie Villain. Yeah, Villain Racing, that's correct, yeah. Yeah, you were trying to call me. Yeah, well, I just need to change my policy. I need more coverage, I can't, this is unsustainable. Well, how was I supposed to know they were going to crash this much? I can't afford to pay higher premiums. Alright, welcome back. Now this is huge. The factory has been upgraded. That means we can manufacture more things just in time for the rear wing to be designed as well. So, yeah, that is an excellent way to come back. So let's go and quickly do that because we are very short of everything. The other thing we're going to keep half an eye on here is the cost cap. Now, we did have to spend like a lot of money to emergency manufacture suspension because we had absolutely no suspension whatsoever. So that's taken a big chunk out of things. And the other thing that happened, if we go to Van Dorn's car with that little crash of his, ruined another engine, so he's going to have to take another engine at some point. He's ruined another ERS. He's already taken a penalty for that, so he's going to have to take another penalty at some point through this season. And I've already changed the gearbox because he destroyed that as well, so he's going to have to take gearbox penalties. And that won't surprise anybody if we go and have a look at Van Dorn. Actually, the best place to do it is probably in the email when we go and see that Van Dorn's driver development is it this one? He's going backwards. He's officially in decline. So, I chose wisely there, didn't I? Excellent decision by me. Alright, let's go and have a look at our race targets here. Miami Gardens, which is, of course, the Miami Grand Prix. We are not expecting any rain, which is good. Circuit map, there it is there. Red Sector 1, Blue Sector 2, Yellow Sector 3. Sections by speed. Mostly high and medium speed, except for that little Mickey Mouse section. Car attributes, well, we're not great in anything particularly, are we? Time considerations, not the biggest loss for a stop. It looks like it's a one stop, and the soft tyre is not that much quicker than... Oh, no, it is quite a bit quicker. No, it's not. The hard tyre is not a great tyre. And historically, Verstappen. But we know, of course, in real life, this was Lando Norris's first win. All right. Race targets, same as usual. Van Dorn, he's got the better chassis for this one as well. Let's just go 21st. Don't stress yourself out there, mate. And do we think Dorn could come 18th? We'll take the safe money, I think. So some progress has been made in between the races. Let's go see if that shows up on track. I'll do free practice and I'll see you for sprint qualify. Alright, so we've done free practice and it was okay, except for the fact that Jack Doohan's gearbox broke. That's obviously new for this version of the game, but yeah, only got 14 laps in, so he's a little bit raw coming into it. But let's go see if we can get out of Q1. And here we go again, medium tyres, and I think we just get the one set for the qualifying. I think that is actually the difference, isn't it? In sprint qualifying, I think that medium is for the first session. I can't remember now. We've got a little bit of traffic here that needs to just park in the middle of the road. Yeah, that's fine, Williams. Just sit there, mate. So that's Stoffel's lap ruined. I'm tempted to just call him in. Let's save your tyres and we'll try again. So we'll stay on board with Doohan then and see what he can do. Lost so much traffic. Unbelievable. I mean, they are shorter sessions, but still, we might get a nice tow, though, off the back of this Sauber, if we've got any luck. And let's see if Doohan can stick himself... Well, it's going to go top, isn't it, more or less, as that Van Dorn holding up the Sauber. Good job, Stoff. Alright, so Doohan is a second and a half off of Sonoda, which could be better, to be honest, but we'll send Van Dorn back out again. Alright, so here we go with Stoffel, same set of tyres. Now, Doohan is only a tenth and a half off of Perez, which is a pretty decent effort, I would have thought. But yeah, let's see what Van Dorn can do. Now, he, of course, has the better chassis for this one. And we have the new suspension actually on the car as well. I meant to mention that the suspension that I emergency manufactured was the new design of the suspension. So again, that not only is that more weight out of the car, it should in theory be a little bit better as well. But let's see what Van Dorn can do. We should be seeing split times. I mean, it's no surprise he's going quick. He doesn't have a Williams parked in front of him. If this car can finally get out of the way, please. Is that another freaking Williams? No, it's that's an Aston Martin, I think, isn't it? It held him up, hopefully not too badly. Van Dorn goes 14th. Could we get both cars out of Q1? No, is the short answer. 18th and 21st will start the sprint race. Alright, so here we go with the sprint race. Now, Van Dorn is on a soft tyre. We're going to have to conserve it, but I think it'll get there.
away we go.
So he's not really pushing off the start. Doohan is on a medium, which is sort of the... I'm assuming most people will be on a medium. Yeah, it's only Alonso. He's the only other one that's gone for a soft tyre. So we'll see. We'll see how it works out. I mean, we just kind of thought... Although, I guess with the factory upgrade, we can at least manufacture more things at once now. So that's important. But even just financially, I mean, we're having so many crashes. We're going to have to take so many buy new engine parts later on in the race, in the season. The cost cap is actually becoming a little bit of a concern for us, I've got to say. So, yeah, we've just got to keep it clean, and there's a lot of walls to hit here, isn't there? So, let's see what we can do. Van Dorn is already sitting there in last, so we'll just put you back on conserve. We'll get rid of... well, not that you've got anything to defend against. Don't defend against the clean air behind you. We'll take off battle assist and see how we go. Alright, just a quick question to see if anybody else is having this problem where, like, Ricciardo is suddenly 3 seconds a lap faster than us and Gasly and cars behind us. I have a save going off camera just to try and help me learn the game. And there was a lap where, like, Alonso was, like, randomly 5 seconds faster than us, having been racing with us. And lap times just seem to fluctuate so much, and it's kind of frustrating. But I don't know if it's something that the game just needs to rebalance, or if it's something that I'm doing, or... Yeah, let me know if anybody else is noticing that. But it just seems like, look at Ricciardo. He overtook us a lap ago, and he's 3-4 seconds up the road from us. It just is... quite unrealistic, really. Alright, well, Doohan is starting to fall away quite badly now. Van Dorn just got past him on the soft tyres. Ideally, we don't want to do this, boys. Just let Van Dorn go. Jack, it's fine. He is doing pretty good lap times, even though he is on conserve, so that's good. We'll see if he can go and catch somebody. But yeah, Doohan has just lost all pace, and I suspect it won't be long before we start and see... Williams, Albon come past as well, and then that will be that'll be last for Doohan. So he's got all the pace in qualifying. He's just struggling in the race here. All right, so Van Dorn has saved up his tyres, his battery. So with coming around to start the last lap, we're unleashing him and just see what sort of damage he can do here. He's got Gasly, which is nice. He's out of battery. I thought he should have had enough to get 2 laps out of it. Anyway, maybe not. So it won't be quite the charge we were hoping for then. Doohan has just got no pace, which is surprising and disappointing, I think is the two words to use. Yeah, not completely sure what's happened to him, but he's a bit of a long last. Can't see anybody else. Verstappen, shockingly, has managed to win the sprint race, and well, let's go and send Stoff a bit crazy here and see what he can do. Is he going to be able to get any higher up? I think 18th, 19th would be his best finish. He's going to get Hulkenberg, is he? Maybe not. And we're out of battery on the exit. So it's 19th and 22nd in the sprint. Alright, so Q1 for the Grand Prix. We're on board with Doohan. He seems to be our best chance of getting through this session. So let's see what he can do. Van Dorn is out on track ahead of us. I forget what the lap times were in sprint qualifying, but a soft tyre. Yeah, it'd be nice, wouldn't it? He only just missed out on getting out of Q1 in the sprint qualifying, so if he could just do that a little bit better. We were able, of course, to change the setups as well. So hopefully we've improved him. Van Dorn is going the faster of the two of them, though, through the first 2 sectors. So maybe I've backed the wrong horse here in qualifying. Maybe Van Dorn's the one we should be on board with. He is going to come across the line momentarily and finish his lap. And he does a 130.3. We'll get an idea of how good that is in a second here. Doohan comes across half a second behind him. And do we have anybody else coming as a reference? Hopefully in a second. Is this Norris finishing a lap? No. Magnussen. Is anybody going to finish a lap? There we go. Ocon. Not bad, not bad. Okay, so we've sent Doohan out again. I'll be honest, I don't know that Van Dorn's going to do a better lap. So we'll see. We're sort of midway through the session, so we could always send him out at the end. But I'm curious to see if Doohan can get better. He's been better than half a second behind Van Dorn, so we'll see. Van Dorn, of course, has equal machinery this weekend, so maybe that is maybe that's going to show that they're not quite as separate. I mean, Van Dorn's a higher rated driver, even though if he is in decline, he's still rated higher than what Doohan is. Doohan has done 2 green sectors, so let's see if he can go and get himself somewhere close to Van Dorn, if not maybe a scooch ahead. And maybe we are a chance of getting one. I don't think we'll get both cars out. That would be something, wouldn't it? But maybe we can get one car out here. Come on, Jack. What's he got for us? He goes 10th. Oh. And Doohan does get himself out. Only just, but he gets himself out in 16th there. We did send Van Dorn out again. He's got a grid penalty, which I'm not sure why he's got a grid penalty. But he does. So that's that. And yeah, he is not that far off, but unfortunately for him, not able to get through. So let's see if Doohan can do any better than 16th. Okay, so first run on used tyres, he was 15th, only just behind Daniel Ricciardo though. So let's see on new tyres if he could find a couple of tenths. He's not going to go into the top 10, but he could go just to the edge of it, and that would be a really, really good result. I'm not sure we've actually ever qualified higher than 16th, have we? Maybe did we get 15th once? He's not gone faster in the first sector, unfortunately. I'm wondering if that car in front is, I think it's Hamilton. I wonder if he's was a little too close through the first sector and disturbing the air, and maybe a little too far away now to get a tow. It doesn't look like Doohan's going to go any quicker here. It's just where the Guan Zhou does. But the fact that we're getting a car, you know, regularly now out of Q1, I think is it's definite sign of progress, isn't it? So 15th for Doohan in the end. He is eliminated. Let's have a look at the strategy options. Okay, so I don't think a one-stop there particularly works, does it? So soft, medium, soft is probably the way to go. I think in Van Dorn's case, maybe in that order as well, given that he's starting from the back. And then Doohan starting in 14th. I mean, we definitely want to do 2 softs, don't we? The old soft, medium, soft. And do we go in that order again? Or do we go for double undercut, come out on a medium at the end? Let's go with this. It's very, very marginal, but surely around Miami you'll get a safety car or something to slow it down. Alright, and here we go. Miami's always a crazy race, isn't it? Well, it was in the Formula One Manager 23 version of the game anyway, so you never know what you're going to get sometimes. What we're not doing is pushing the tyres early on here. Now that might result in losing positions maybe a little bit easier than we would want to. But ultimately, I just think we'll need the tyres later on in the stint. I think it'll benefit us more down the line. So Van Dorn's made up a place. Doohan is made up a place as well. So that is very much so far so good on that front. Oh wait, we just lost a place as Zhou cruises around the outside of us, so that's not fantastic. But yeah, we'll kind of see how this race develops. If it's crazy enough, then you never know, obviously. What I'd really like is just to have a race where both cars finish, even one car finishes, to be honest. But just racing in the midfield would just be really, really positive for us right now. So let's hope that's what we get here. Okay, so 10 laps in, and we're more or less doing what I wanted. Doohan has dropped back a bit, but we're sort of keeping people around. You know, everybody's more or less in sight. So, yeah, it's... I think what's holding us back a little bit is we lack straight line speed. We've kind of seen that. So I think that is... it just lets cars... If you don't have the speed in the straight line, that's where you get overtaken, isn't it? And it's... obviously, we're not a great car anyway. But I think the one thing I'm going to try and do, I think, as we sort of design new parts for upgrades, is just try and get us quicker in a straight line. And that way it'll be easier for us to overtake, and will be harder to overtake as well. So, yeah, but we're not doing too badly. Van Dorn's dropped away a little bit, so that's disappointing, because he has the same car, essentially, as Doohan now. I would have hoped for more from him, in truth. Okay, so we're on our in-lap for Doohan. Van Dorn, I'm not going to double stack them. They're just a bit too close to do that comfortably, I think. So he'll come in next lap. His tyres are a little bit better anyway, so hopefully that'll be okay. Engine temperatures are slightly concerning. I've told Dawn to drive in clean air, although in truth he's got clean air in front of him now because Bottas has stopped. I don't know why Van Dorn's engine is so hot. I mean, track temperature maybe, air temperature, but it shouldn't be that bad, I wouldn't have thought. As Albon, who's already stopped, comes cruising back past. So we'll see what sort of stops we get. Pit stop pointers are pretty much where our glory lies for points at this stage, as Guan Yu Zhou comes in front of us as well. And let's see, we'll go around him, I would assume. In we go, off, on, go. 2.4 through the safety car as well. Very nicely done by the AVR boys there. Didn't say where we were, so maybe no points quite on that one. And then Van Dorn will come in this lap. He's sort of taken one for the team a little bit there, going that extra lap, but you know, that's what happens sometimes when you're second on track, isn't it, Lando? So Russell in front has already stopped. And yeah, we're already getting lapped. Oh, come on, we're not that bad, are we? Jesus Christ, no, we're not that bad. That's Gasly going past on his new tyres. All right, well, let's see if we can get another good one from our pit team here, and then we'll cruise around at the back again, I suppose. And 2.4 again. Consistent as well as good. I like that. Really like that. So we've got a battle on track with the two AVR boys, as Van Dorn has caught and just passed Doohan, who just, again, these fluctuating lap times. We're not 4 seconds quicker or slower than each other. But anyway, yeah, if anybody has any knowledge of what's what, I'm going to have to Google it, I think, because it's, yeah, it's just a bit silly. But anyway, Van Dorn is now ahead of Doohan, and I don't think that's what we want for the sponsorship money at the end, is it? Probably we need to switch them back. I can't remember who I said would finish 20th, who'd finish 21st. But anyway, we're fairly well ahead of Sargent, so as long as we don't crash into each other or anything else, we shouldn't be last. So that's good. Well, Doohan has done, I think, his best Charles Leclerc impersonation here. No, Leclerc was the other side of the turn, wasn't he? Thankfully, though, we didn't hit anything. So we could have done with a safety car, in truth. Maybe you should have just done something silly. Anyway, pit stops aren't too far away now. Alright, so Doohan is coming in this lap. We had to bring him in a little bit sooner than we would have liked to, ideally, as is that a Sauber getting back past us having stopped? We are really struggling, aren't we? We seem to do okay in qualifying, and then the longer the race goes on, whether it's just us, we're just not good on our tyres, whether just reality sinks in, I'm not sure. But anyway, we're onto a soft tyre now. Another pretty good stop from us. We'll need to conserve this one a little bit to get it to the end. And then Van Dorn, you can go an extra lap, I think, just to make sure that that soft tyre gets there the best way possible. But yeah, it's all a little bit predictable out front. Verstappen ahead of Perez. Look at those lap time differences. I mean, it just doesn't happen like that, does it? So it's not just me then. I mean, Perez isn't as quick as Verstappen, but he's not 4 seconds a lap slower, is he? Not yet, anyway. As his confidence drains away, maybe that's what it'll get to. But yeah, I find it confusing, I think. And if it's something I'm doing, then that's me. I'm an idiot. We all know that, and fair enough. But I don't have battle assist on, so it's not like we're reharvesting. But sure, I mean, the difference between a push lap and just a regular lap, even then, it's not 4 seconds, is it? Like the difference between a qualifying lap and a regular lap is probably about 4 seconds. So yeah, I mean, unless Verstappen's in full quali mode and Perez is just cruising, but even then. All right, let's see what sort of stop we get here for Stoffel. All the way down the end we go. And we're 15 laps away from having 2 cars finish this one. Through the safety car again. It's the quickest way to the track. And another decent stop. I'm really happy with the pit stops. And that's about it. So we're on the final lap, and by we, I mean the leaders. We've technically got 2 laps to go, but we don't have to do them, thankfully. Yeah, this has been a little bit disappointing. We're 6 seconds behind Bottas in the Sauber. We are ahead of Sargent, but he's had a mechanical issue for most of the race. We could have got a little bit closer. You can see I've not really pushed the tyres because there was no point. The difference, I mean, even if we got close to Bottas, it wasn't going to change our lives, was it? So there we go. It's 20th for Van Dorn. Doohan will come around and finish 21st momentarily. And the biggest positive, I think, out of this one is that good pit stops and we weren't last. Otherwise, I was hoping for a little bit more there, I think. So that's how the race finished up. There's all the point scorers. And if we go down, then we just, Doohan down 7 places. He's very good in qualifying. His race pace is not quite there. We might need to look when it comes to his development. We might need to look into that, I think. But yeah, there's the championship standings. Doohan, I think, will still be ahead. No, Stoffel's overtaken him now, so Stoffel gets first choice on upgrades. And the constructors, well, it's not going to surprise anybody that we are currently last. And it'd be just nice to get a point this year, wouldn't it? Pit stops, look at that, Jack Doohan, 2nd and 4th. That is going to... I thought the pit stops were good. I didn't realize they were that good. So we're up 3 places to 6th now. And, I mean, this is the championship that really matters, isn't it? It's the pit stop one. And we are absolutely flying. Only a point behind RB as well. So, yeah, we should have switched them. We would have got more money if we switched them around. So that's a shame. So there we go. That is that quick check-in with the board, because we haven't done that yet. But board confidence is currently low. You can't get sacked, surely. I mean, what are they expecting us to do here? Oh, if I get sacked, I'm going to be so annoyed. Maybe we shouldn't have done that. That's just ruined the whole thing, hasn't it? All right, well, we'll be back. I don't know if we'll come back for who's that, Imola or not. We'll see what we do in terms of upgrades. And yeah, it's 11 days away. We'll see. Maybe I'll see how free practice goes, and if it looks like we're moving up a little bit, then so be it. And if not, then maybe we'll leave it and come back for a future race. But we are improving, aren't we? Yeah, we are definitely improving. I just don't know how we get 9th in the constructors. We need to get some good results in here somewhere, don't we?